Hello and welcome back. We'll be working on another project today from the Bead Buddy set, Ultimate Bead Pets. Here we're going to be working on a rainbow. So this rainbow will require a couple of things. It'll require cording that's 5 foot, 11 clear white, 5 alphas, 3 clear purple, 9 clear blue, 13 clear green, 15 clear yellow, 17 clear orange, 19 clear red. Let me go ahead and see if I can get the word dream compiled out of my set. I'm not using the actual set that it came with. I'm using my own set, my own tools, so I can save it for my kids. Let me go ahead and see if I can find the word dream in here in my own collection. Let's see. There's an F that can make it into an E. An A. Let's see. There's a P that there's an R right there. An R. Let's see if I can find a D now. D. What can look like a D? I don't have a D in here, so what I can do is I can take this J and make it look like a D. So we'll do that. I'm gonna take this J out and make my F look like an E. I'm missing those letters in here. So let's do that right now. I'm gonna take my Sharpie and make this F into an E. They come with very limited vowels in these kits. And they're the most popular, so you think of more vowels. But here's the E, regardless. My E now. Here's my R. Here's my A. Here's my J, which will become a D in a moment. So a DIYD. And I forgot to get the letter M for dreams. Let me collect the M right here if I can find one. Oh, I see an M. Perfect. You can also use a W if you need to make an M work. But here's an M. My D's. Very good. So now we're going to go ahead and collect all of our supplies. We need a key ring, which is this one right here. I use it from this set right here that I got from Walmart, Assorted Findings. And I love these cords I got from Walmart as well. I'm going to go ahead and take this and collect this piece of tape, which I use to secure down my key ring. I'll need to do it in a moment, because I haven't fed my cording through. So I need 5 foot of cording. Let's see, what color are we going to do? Maybe we can do orange, since the outside is all orange. Let's do orange this time. Let's try playing with this other cording and see what happens. I haven't played with this one yet. I've got this other nylon cord, so let's try giving it that one a go. Let's see what happens. I'm curious if it will turn out okay. The tape that came with the original set I wasn't fond of, or the cording. So let's see if this cording works better. We'll give it a try. And this is their 9 foot. So we're gonna measure out our 5 foot that we need. We'll start with this and measure out 5 feet. And we'll give this cording a go and see how it turns out. This tape measure does not want to listen to me right now. Let's see, maybe I could do it this way. Let me get out my 5 feet first on the tape measure. And there is my 5 foot mark right there. And now let's go ahead and measure out 5 foot of cording. And a little tangle, so let me work on the untangling. And bear with me. So make sure you unravel your cording if you get that nylon cord before you go ahead and measure, because it'll be a lot easier. And there's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut my 5 foot mark. Just right there. Perfect. And this one right here. And this one I'm going to put aside. This one I'm going to close out. Alright, very good. So this is the first time I'm working with this cording. I've never worked with this one yet, so we'll see how it works out. If you like it or not. It's the same concept. Put the key ring in the middle, pull these 2 cords together, and have them line up. And find a center and tie. And I'll let you guys know what I feel about this cording compared to the other one. Here's my center tie, here's my tape. And I'll go ahead and tape down my key ring again. Okay, very good. So now this pattern requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orange on top. Let's measure out our 7 orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I might do that one in red orange because we're gonna have orange over here. So we're gonna do these in red orange. It says they're clear red and I don't have clear red on me right now. So we're gonna make them in this other red that I have. Because I'm not using the set, like I said. But the set has a clear red. So we'll use these reds instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Once again, I take my right side, as I always start with my right, and I feed on the beads. So this cording I like so far. It's not fraying in the end, and it makes it easy to thread. It doesn't have any ruffles or fray. So that's a good thing. Let's see if it holds up. Okay. I'm gonna feed it on like so. Take my left side and feed those on now, on my left. Put them together and put all the beads on top. And this one feeds a lot easier, so let's see. I like this one. So now I'm gonna pull close. Let's move this box out of here. Let's pull, pull, pull. Excellent. I like that one. So now we're gonna do another red one. 1 red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orange. And then we have the 1 the end, just like so. I'm going to feed them back on. Excellent. So this nylon cording is actually really nice. It's holding its shape. It's not stretchy. You don't want anything stretchy for this. And it's holding the beads well together. So I do like it. It's starting to fray a little bit as I'm working with it more. And I like the stiffness, I like the stability of it. So I got these on there. I'm gonna take this one, feed it on, put them together like so, and start feeding them on as a group. Make sure to go over both of the strings, very important. When we get into other projects that are harder, we're gonna have to remember that only one will feed, but we'll see. This is vital that we do it this way for now. So let's keep going. Okay, now they're all on there. What I'm gonna do is take both ends and I'm gonna pull. Gently pull like so. And make sure it's tight. Well, that one holds the shape, that's pretty good. Next one's gonna be this red bead. Then we have one orange bead. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yellow beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beads. Just put them out over here. And then we have one orange bead and one red bead. I'm gonna take my right side again and start feeding them on. Just like so. So a tip, if you do use this cording, what you can do is you can burn an end of it or put some craft glue or hot glue on the edge so it stays stable and it won't lose its corner, it won't lose this little edge. But right now it's working pretty good, even though it's fraying it is a teensy bit. You can still work with it. And then I got my orange one to put on that ran away. And my red one. So now all these beads are on, except for this red one. Now they're all on. I'm gonna lay them out on my table again and take this string right here and put them next to each other like so. And then grab the two ends together like so and feed them all on. I'm gonna pull. I have room for more that I can feed on now. 1, 2, and 3. So now what I can do is I can pull these two ends like so. And there we go. We got 3 rows complete. Now we got one of these red ones. We got an orange one. A yellow one. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 greens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so annoying part about this container. Let's see if we'll be able to fit all this whole row in here. Yellow, orange. Nope, red doesn't fit. So even the container that it comes with, it doesn't fit all of them in the container. Interesting. Okay. So now we're gonna, once again, I do not like this set as a personal. Okay, let's try feeding them on. 1 red, 1 orange, 1 yellow. Now I'm gonna go with all the greens. Just run away. This one has some bumpy on it. I'm gonna change it out to the front one. So there's that one. Okay. Then we're gonna have the yellow. And then we have the orange. And the red. So now we're all these ready to go. We push them this way. Put this cord next to it again. Align them together. Pinch them tight. And then feed them onto both cords. Just like so. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna feed the rest of these on. Now she have a new favorite cord. And it's a nice sturdy little nylon cord, so I like it. So now I have this. I have no room to put on more, so I'm gonna pull right here so I can give myself more room. And feed the rest of them on like so. And feed 3 on. 1, 2, and 3. These are my last 3 for this group. Now with them all on there, now I pull tight right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna work in this next row. So we're gonna do a red one right here. We're gonna do an orange one, a yellow one. We're gonna do a green one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blues. Let's see which blue one I do. I'm gonna use these blues. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're a little dark. So let's do the light blue. I think will look better. Let's go with light blue. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Those look a lot better together. Now a green is needed next. A yellow. Once again, they don't fit. Yellow, orange, and red. They don't fit and they slide off. So I don't like this set. Okay. So now I'm going to start from the back. And start feeding them on the right side. Okay. Some ran away. We're almost done. We're almost halfway. Oops. because I remember where that one was at. It was right before the red. The green one's going on. Now the yellow one. Now I'm going to collect my orange one. And then the red one right here. Perfect. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Take this string, align it up with this one. And then I'm going to feed them on, pinch it together like so. And bead all these strings on. I'll bead the beads on the string. Once again, I'm going to pull some more room and feed these guys together. There we go. There's a little bit of fraying going on the edges. After working on the project for a little bit. Not too bad though. Still holding up pretty sturdy. What I used to do when I was a kid, I used to use yarn and put tape on it so it can help it feed through and be like a sturdy end, but the project didn't stay sturdy for long. Okay, now we're gonna pull right here, just these edges, the free edges, and pull. It's looking cute. I can see the rainbow. So we got the red now. We got the orange. We got the yellow. Got the green. Got the blue. Purple. Got 3 purples. Let's see. 3 purples. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. 3 purple. A light blue. A green. A yellow, orange, and red. Just again, start from the right and from the back of the right. And as you get more proficient, you will be doing more complicated ones. Right now I'm choosing the easier ones to go over. And then we'll choose a little bit more complicated ones with feet, like geckos. We're gonna go over other animals. So we're gonna see if we can make all the animals in the set and all the rainbows, everything that they have in the set. I've never worked with a set before, it's my first time. But this is very enjoyable. Reminds me of my childhood. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece on the left side again. Line it up with the right side. Pinch it together and start feeding them on into both of the strings. Now they're getting cluttered again, so I'm going to pull this side again so they have more room. String them on both strings. I got my last 2 for this row. So now you see this gapping and you see this string. I gotta pull it and I'll fix the gapping in a second. The way you fix it is by pulling this left string. Now the gapping is fixed. Now I pull both of these strings. And then that fixes that. Now the rainbow is getting closer to being done. So now we need one red one, one orange, one yellow, one green, one light blue, 3 white, and then we have one light blue, and then we got green, yellow, orange, and red. Okay, once again, we feed it throughout. We're in the final stretch. We're in our second to last row. So we're almost done. Alright, so I got all of that row fed on. Now I'm gonna put these two together again, like so. And then I'm gonna pinch them together, and then I'm gonna start feeding the beads on, just like that. Once again, no room, so I pull this one right here, give it one more room, and I keep going with the strings. And that guy loosened again, so that's okay, we'll fix it when we get to that point. So there we go, they're both on equal strings. Both strings. Now take the edges and pull, 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 and see how there's a loose end there, so I can pull it on the right side to fix it. And I pull this side again, and then I pull it tight, closed. There we go. Now we have our very last row. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 white pieces. One, 2, 3, 4 white ones, and then the word dream, and then 4 more white ones. I believe that will be our cloud. I think that's what we're trying to do, is make a cloud underneath the rainbow. So it looks like to me. So this end is a little tricky with the way that they're doing it. So we're gonna feed them on first like normal, and then we're gonna loop it over the very last one and feed it through. So I'll show you in a moment what I'm talking about. Looks like the blue cord, which is the right one, is gonna go all the way through. So let me show you. So I'm gonna feed everything on the right one right now. Once again, be careful when you feed the word dream. Go from right to left when you feed words on, so they'll look appropriate when you are reading it. So here's the M. Make sure it looks like an M, not a W. So I laid out like this, look at words, and then I put my letter down so I can see. That's an M this way. That's an A. So make sure it's not upside down. Perfect. Next one's going to be the E. Make sure that one's not upside down. It's right side up. And then the R. Make sure that one's right side up. It's good for bracelet making as well. Matching the letters, make sure they look right side up before you complete your design. And my makeshift D, it goes on to here. So now I got 4 of these white ones to go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then now what we're going to do is something interesting. What they're saying to do is take this one and feed it through again. So we're going to feed it through this end right here. And then we're going to loop it around the last one. So there's that one. I'm feeding them on both of the cords right now, as we've done in the past. But they don't give you a whole lot of room. So I think next time maybe I'll make it more than the amount they tell you. This doesn't give you a whole lot of cording when you do it this way to play with. This one requires a little bit more cording. So now I'm going to grab both of these ends and then put the words on. And keep feeding it along. And this one's fraying even more so now that we're getting closer to the end. So keep going until we have all of them on here. We're almost there. So I got them all on the string, and now I'm going to go ahead and pull. I don't think they gave me enough string to do what they want me to do. Because what they want me to do is to go ahead and take this end, feed it around this one, and push it through all the way and tie it to the end. I don't think I have enough cording for that. Well, let's give it a try. I don't think I can. Yeah, there won't be enough cording to make that happen. Not realistically. So what I can do is I can tie this end right here. I don't know if that will work either. So let's do this. Let's loop it around our last one and tie it at the end. So if you guys work on this project at home, you need a longer cord than 5 feet. 5 foot is not enough. You just need slightly more. So what I'm doing is just looping it around that last bead, and I'm going to make a little knot in the end. There we go, there's one knot right there. I'm going to do the same exact thing on this side. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around this guy. Wrap it around my very last bead right here. Push through. Do the same idea. And pull. So I wrapped it around this last bead and pulled through. And then I'll just make my final little knot in the end. I'm going to shove it now and I'll be done with the rainbow. But if you are working on this project, give yourself a little bit more leeway with this cording. So more than 5 feet. You will need roughly an additional, I would actually say 6 inches, additional 6 inches, so you have some room to tie with if you're feeding it through. So an additional 6 inches, so 5 foot and 3 inches and 6 inches would be ideal for this project. But in the end, it worked out pretty good. All I gotta do now is cut out these ends, and then our project is done. We've made a rainbow that says dream on the bottom. And here's the final project. So very cool. Thank you. See you in the next one. I'll bring it a little closer so you can see it. There's the final. All right, bye.